Way to describe Candace Parker. She's a great mom. Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Reed passes to Russell. The shot no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Vanderbilt with the block. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Here's Che. 16 points for him. There's the triple. Well, Candace, as you look around the NBA, the art of the flop has crescendoed, let's just say. And the NBA wants to address this. How do you think they'll take these steps to try to eliminate at least part of that part of the game?
I think it's just about, regular movement, basketball plays. As a defender, it's hard enough to guard guys like Trae Young and guys like James Harden and Kevin Durant. But then when you add into the extra things that they're able to do to make the defender wrong. So I think as long as it's a basketball play, but just like we've seen the kick, how that has changed the way that we protect shooters and how many offensive fouls are called. So I think at some point the players are going to adjust to the new rules.
Good points. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on an 11-3 run. 1:56 left in the first half. That shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Rivers. Back to Russell. Now Reed. Shoots over Zubac. Reed can't hit. Here's Che. From outside the arc. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Well, Candace, always great to get your take on things. Great to have you on the broadcast tonight.
It's an honor and privilege to sit next to you guys. Thanks so much for having me, Brian.
Russell, that's good.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Out to the right wing. Here's Che, guarded by Russell. Here's Che. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Driving to the basket, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Second team foul.
He misses the free throw. Some changes for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Reed. Anthony Edwards comes in for McDaniels. And Beasley has subbed in for Russell.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
Zubac against Towns. Doesn't go that time. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Che, guarded by Edwards. Fade away. Edwards pulls it in.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Pass to Beasley. Jacks up a three, and the three-pointer goes. Beasley's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, with his ability to space the floor, Beasley adds a strong dimension to his team's offense.
And so it's Los Angeles. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And more NBA action on 2. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things... Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Che. Buries it from 3. And he's got 28 now.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Luke Kennard out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Che in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Fades and shoots. That one a little long.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Vanderbilt. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in.
Timberwolves substitution.
Clippers on D. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. They get it back. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards has got here in the second half.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Here's Che. 28 points for him, and the layup falls.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And here's Edwards outside. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Call off the Dogs. They've been completely dominant. We're headed for a blowout. We'll be back in a moment. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. On the court for Minnesota, filling out the wings, Beasley and Edwards. Naz Reid out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position. Reid with it. Jackson in his pocket. Clock at 6. And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Che. Here he goes. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Che. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds now. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Here's Che. He's guarded by Beasley. There's the drive. Che. And the Clippers miss again. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Beasley for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
You know, I was noticing it looks like you've sped up your release a bit on your three-point shot. Is that something you've been working on?
Yeah, I've been working on my release. And if you can get your mechanics solid and get that shot off quicker, it makes you that much more dangerous and valuable to the team. Now, that's something that coaching staff has been stressing to me since I got here. And with defense closing out much quicker at this level, you don't have a lot of time to get your shot off. So that's crucial for how we want to play, yes.
Right on. Thanks, MP.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, this come up, it been really major. My team eating like we sitting at the dinner table. I done got a couple calls from a couple labels. Now it's all eyes on me like they was watching cable.
Up next. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Hey, Dave.
Good evening.
Yeah, it always has. You and I know that personally. Thank you very much. And the Clippers starting five. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Preston. 0-2 at the line in this one.
At the line for San Antonio, Colin Sexton. At the line for one.
And that drops, so they now lead by one. You know, from the very start of his career, Colin Sexton has been a guy, Doris, who can find points, even as a rookie. He was putting up some big numbers.
He is relentless, looking for opportunities to score the basketball when he's on the offensive end. This guy shoots well over 40% from the field, and he will do whatever it takes to find shots.
Outside, White. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac. LA has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Shea with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And stolen by Sexton. Johnson, the pass to Pirtle. Basket is good, the assist from Johnson.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Shea outside. George trying to break free. Shea, no good. Spurs have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Johnson kicks to White. Pass to Sexton. Over Shea. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Shea's got 5 now.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Sexton with it. George picks him up. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
Here's White. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Pirtle against Jackson. It's not going to go for him. Collins with some nice D. Excellent D there from George.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Clippers ahead, up by 4. And the wins haven't always come easy early in his career.
I know that. I have to continue to work.
Right, you can see the work he's putting in. His numbers have grown year after year.
The scoring in particular, he's showing promise. Interesting to see just how good he can become.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Shea in at the 2. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He had 30 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He didn't let the losing streak get to him. In fact, he used it as motivation to get the W and break that streak. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
Come on. This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Pass to Gooden. Outside, White. Johnson against Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good by Gooden.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Shea. And he banks in the layup. Shea's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
San Antonio.